Hi folks, Ariel over here, and today I wanted to show you real quick, because I've been asked a few times about this, how I make my homemade dog treats. At least one version. I do a few different things. But this is a really quick and easy one. These are just human hot dogs, which I don't usually eat. But these are, you know, your classic bun franks. And this pack will last me quite a while. I think the last time I did a pack of these for Burley was, I don't know, a couple months ago. What I do with these is, there's the clock. I usually just cut them in quarters. So I cut them lengthwise in half and then lengthwise in quarters. And I'm going to go through and do that to all of the hot dogs. Now, there is a lot of sodium in most hot dogs, and dogs do not need a lot of sodium, so I certainly don't feed whole hot dogs to him. That would get to be a good bit. Dogs have different sodium requirements than people do. But to use as a treat, this is a really cheap, he's coming over here to sit and leave his bone and come and sit and look. Do you want a raw one? Oh, there you go. I don't know if you guys can see him in the camera. Yes, he does. These work just fine raw. You could just, you know, dice them up, but then you want to keep them in a fridge, and they're a little bit slimy and messy in your pocket. And I do like to, especially where he's still a puppy and we're still working on learning all kinds of new things, I do like to have treats with me, especially when we go for walks outside and such. You've probably noticed I tend to have treats in my pocket. So I don't want them to be all slimy and something that if I forget, leave them in my pocket, which I regularly do. Not something that will turn into a gross moldy pile. So I just bake them into little dried dog treats. The reason I do this versus, even though I'm suspicious about what's actually in hot dogs, I'm pretty sure what's in hot dogs sold to humans is still probably safer than what is in a lot of commercial dog treats, because there's a lot less rules about what can be put in things sold to animals, and they're really inexpensive. You know, if you buy many treats for your dogs, they get pretty pricey, a lot of them really quick. And I can usually get a pack of hot dogs on sale for like $1, and just wait and see how many treats this is going to make here. So now that I got all my quarter little hot dog strips, a very patient puppy looking at me wanting another bite. Oh, you're such a good boy. I just cut them long ways across here into little cubes, because I want these to be a training treat, so I'm looking for small little bits just as a reward, not, you know, a meal. So we're just going to dice all of these up. And this idea isn't originally to me. I don't remember back when I had a dog when I was like 12 or something I started doing this, and I'm sure I read it somewhere then, but at this point I have no idea where I first heard about this, but I know other people have been doing this for a long time. I'm going to make all my little quarter bits here down to the end of my pile. And it's not like they have to be exact for any particular reason, except I am going to bake them, and I want them to all kind of get done evenly. And so if the pieces are approximately similar in size, that's helpful. You could use any kind of baking dish. I just have a bunch of these glass ones, so that's what I'm going to use. So there's all my little quarters. I'm just going to crumble them into here. Kind of unstick them if some of them are stuck together. And you can see how this is going to fill up the pan. The more space you have between them, the better. So I could actually do this in 2 pans. I just don't feel like cleaning the second one. But you could, or if you have a bigger pan, that would work fine as well. So just kind of try to spread them out evenly like that. A very patient puppy is once again sitting on the floor. Oh boy. And I'm going to turn the oven on. I have a propane oven, so it has to take a second to ignite there. And I always be sure I can actually hear it light. I'm only turning this on to like 250. And I like to verify I can actually see a flame in there. And then I'm just going to put this in there on a real low heat. Even 200 would work. something like that. And I'm going to set my timer for about, let's say 10 minutes to start, and we're going to check on them and just stir them to mix them up a little bit and get the sides all evenly browned. And I'll probably do that 2 or 3 times. All I'm doing is trying to dry them out, like I said, so when I touch them, they're not slimy and gooey, and they become a little bit dehydrated, and they're great for dumping in your pockets and going and doing whatever with. So just going to let that bake for a little bit and then check back in on it. You can see how quick and easy that is. Okay, we are going to check on our dog treats here. Just pull them clear out so you can see, hopefully. This is perfect. They're starting to get just a little bit brown on the top and the bottom. I'm going to let them go just a little bit longer. Kind of evenly dry out just a little more. You could also dehydrate these in like a dehydrator or something, but putting them in an oven is pretty handy. So hopefully you can see there how they're getting a little dry and brown on the edges. I'm going to put them back in here for a little bit more. Check on them one more time. Okay guys, we are pulling our dog treats out. I can kind of hear them sizzling and whistling a little bit. Good to go. Burley is watching attentively. And these look still a little bit moist, but they dry out more as they cool off, like a lot of dehydrated things. So this is pretty good. They are all sizzly hot. Just going to stir them around there. And I'm just going to let them sit here in the pan until they cool off for a couple hours. Then you can put them in a little baggie or put them in your pocket or whatever. But that's enough training treats and stuff to last me for a few months. Oh, all total, they were in the oven for about 50 minutes, just on like 200, so real low heat. And yeah, that's enough to last me for a few months. Cost me $1. Hi folks, Ariel over here. Thanks for spending some of your valuable time watching these videos. Hopefully you found something beautiful, educational, interesting, peaceful, relaxing, or useful while you are here. If so, find more videos here, subscribe so you don't miss any updates, and if you like what you found here, feel free to like and share away so that others can benefit as well. You all have a wonderful day.